It's all about having everything in sync to perform at the highest. It all ties in together. I tell these boxers today on the Contender that your mind and your body and your spirit must all connect to get the best result.
Hi, welcome to this video day, which is all about forex trading for beginners. I want to give some key tips that can help lead you to trading success, help you become a successful trader from home. Now, the tips I'm going to give you are all based around what makes truly great sportsmen. What makes a great sportsman? What separates him from just a good? And when you understand what does make them stand out, you actually see why the tips I'm going to give you can help lead you to trading success. Now, first of all, I start off the video with a short clip there of legendary boxer Sugar Ray Leonard. He's making a key point that really does separate out the great from the good, which is mindset. Okay, you can have skills, okay, but your mind, your body, as he says, and your spirit must all connect to get the best results. And it's the same in forex trading. You can replace body with trading strategy, but it's as much a mindset game as it is a game of method. You actually have to have certain mental traits which will enable you to win when the majority lose. And we'll explore this as we go through the video. But the first point I'd like to make about forex trading is you actually have to work at the basics. Okay, you actually have to practice, improve, and maintain peak mental focus. And a lot of traders don't understand that you actually have to be mentally very, very alert when you're trading forex, and you have to be very mentally tough. I'm going to discuss that in more detail, but first of all, what I want to do is show you a short clip. It's of Johnny Wilkinson, English rugby player, just recently retired, true great of the game, and just want you to watch this clip on how seriously he takes his training. And I'll just show you this clip, and then we'll be back to discuss it.
You set your own expectations so high that the majority of the pressure, or the pressure that you put on yourself, far outweighs that comes in from anywhere else. So really, you know what you're fighting against. You're kind of fighting against your own, like I said before, your own goals, your own values, and your own peace of mind.
He's the world's best player. So who is anyone, especially even me, as his coach, to say we're doing it wrong? I think he is the world's best player. Not his goal kicking, the way he conducts himself on and off the field. Everything he does, he steps up the mark and wants to improve. At
the end of a kicking session, if you're 2 minutes away from finishing, and those 2 minutes, you're not happy with those 2 minutes, and those 2 minutes then turn into another hour and a half, and you end up missing appointments, you miss wherever you're supposed to be, or you put things off, or you phone up and cancel things, and you go and do another hour and a half or whatever. That might seem obsessive to some people, but to others that gives you the right and the peace of mind to sit there in the evening and relax, and if there's any evening left, and watch the telly and actually have a clear mind, and sleep well that night. If I don't kick well, then I'm so anxious I end up waking up early anyway and go and doing that extra.
Welcome back off that short clip of Johnny Wilkinson, truly special player. You can see how much effort he put into his training just from that short video clip. What I think is very interesting for forex traders from that clip is when he says, we're competing against ourselves, our values, what we want to achieve. And I think in terms of the great sportsmen, they want to be the best. Not only do they want to be the best, they realise it's as much in the mind as it is in the body. Okay. Now, if you take Wilkinson, he would spend hours and hours per week kicking a ball over a goalpost. Now, of course, that's a physical action, and it's a repetitive physical action, but you actually have to be mentally sharp to do it. And I think in terms of forex traders, what they don't appreciate is that you can have a trading strategy. Once you've got it in place, I'm all in favour of not changing it, okay? But if you're a serious forex trader, there's still a lot of decisions to be made. You are going to have a flexible rule set. And you have to decide lots of different inputs when you come to do trades. You have to decide which trades to take, how much money you're going to risk on them, where you're going to take your target, how you weight your rules. It all comes from the mental, okay? And you need to be mentally sharp, see the market action, and match your mindset to your strategy. Now, in terms of doing this, I would always kind of recommend, once you've done your training, okay, you then need to stay mentally at your peak. Sorry, just like Wilkinson did with his kicking. You can't practice your strategy, obviously, when you're doing forex trading, but you can practice your mental awareness and stay mentally sharp. And let's face it, if you're doing forex trading seriously, it is an extremely boring kind of business. You spend most of your time just waiting around. So you've got to be mentally sharp, not to take trades that you shouldn't. And when the big volatility and the big trends come, you are then mentally sharp enough to act with confidence, to act with discipline and courage, to basically get the results that you want. Now, in terms of doing this, I think all traders should engage in exercising the mind and keeping it fresh. So how do you do this? So I think you should always have one set time of the day when you do your forex trading analysis, and before you start, you should basically engage in visualization of what you want to achieve, maybe have some motivational quotes around. I also strongly believe in reading motivational books each week. And in terms of motivational books, I mean to do with great traders who've made money. My particular interest is psychology, so I like reading of people who have achieved things, how they've done it, all the self-improvement books. I just think it keeps you mentally sharp for the markets, and also keeps you very focused on your long-term goals. So I think if you want to learn from competitive sport, it is basically you have to really want to be the best, and you want to do as much as you can in terms of achieving that aim. And a lot of it, or the vast majority of it, is in the mind. Okay, so I think you should actually, if you're going to do forex trading seriously, just set out a routine and set out some motivation within that routine to keep you sharp as you trade. Now, I want to move on to my next point about great sportsmen and athletes and so forth, and it's the one aim, and the aim is above everything else. Now, the next clip actually has Sugar Ray Leonard talking about one of my idols, Bruce Lee, and this clip I really, really like. A lot of forex traders could learn from it. So just take a look at this quick clip, and I'll be back in a moment.
What impressed me the most about Bruce was his smoothness. I mean, he was gliding. He would glide, and he was not methodical. He was very spontaneous in his movement, and everything he did was for a reason. He just didn't move to just be cute. He moved for a reason, to get in line, to get in position, to throw something, to position himself. Everything was for a reason.
Welcome back after that short clip. And above all else, all great sportsmen just have a burning desire to win, and they will just do what is necessary to win. They won't be interested in showboating, and in most instances the simple option will be the best. Now, in terms of that clip, the key quote is, he didn't just move to be cute. Everything was for a reason. And Bruce Lee, he was a fantastic fighter, but he was extremely patient. Okay, he wouldn't just throw punches. He'd wait until he was guaranteed to land a strike on his opponent. So very patient. He had a very simple strategy, and he would only strike when the time is right. Now, most forex traders could certainly learn from Bruce Lee in this respect, because most overcomplicate their strategies. They think that the more complex the better, and that's really a form of showboating. In the real world, it isn't going to work. Simple strategies work best in forex, always have done, always will do. And most forex traders just don't learn the art of patience. They want to be trading all the time. They just want to be in the market. That's a bit like Bruce Lee just throwing punches all the time and hoping to win. You just come in, you're going to take those low odds setups, and you're going to lose. So I think, as forex traders, it is, I said it before, a boring profession, and you just got to wait around. You've got to wait for your opportunities. You're in it to win. You're not in it for excitement, and you just got to keep your strategy very simple. Go for those high probability trades. Now, in terms of another key trait of any great sportsman, any great forex trader, it's the next one. And again, it is Sugar Ray Leonard discussing Bruce Lee. So I'll be back after this short clip and we'll discuss it.
I've told people all over the world that Bruce Lee was one of my idols, mainly because of his mental stability, because of his fighting spirit, because it was more mental than just physical. For him, it was like what he called emotional content. And for me, that's when I succeeded, when I had to face major obstacles and major opponents like Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler. Because of my mental stability, I was able to beat those guys.
Welcome back after that short clip, and it's one of the key traits of every great sportsman is that they are mentally tough. They have emotional stability when things are going against them. They are able to persevere. They have confidence in their skills and plan to bring them to success. It's the same in forex trading. However, many beginners come in the markets and they're not focused enough on losses. Okay, they just tend to believe hype on the net and win the majority of their trades. A losing period might just be a few trades, and that isn't the reality. You lose a lot of trades in forex. You're probably going to lose about half. And a drawdown period, I think, if you read stories of the great traders, they'll all say they've had drawdowns of a few months as a minimum at some point. You actually have to be prepared for that, and you actually have to have the emotional stability to carry on executing your plan through those periods of losses. Now, the only way you will ever do that is if you've learnt your strategy, it's yours, you know its edge, and you know why that edge is eventually going to work in the long run. You cannot follow anyone else. If you try and follow someone else, you just simply will not be able to stick with your strategy. So it's very important you get a strategy that suits you, you've got total confidence in, and also you are prepared for the reality of drawdown. Maybe you go through it with emotional discipline, come out the other side and return to profits. Now, in terms of my final video clip, I'm just going to show you a clip, and it's of Johnny Wilkinson again, the England kicker. There's two kicks, okay? Just watch them. Think about which is the simpler one to make. I'll be back in a moment with something that all great sportsmen achieve and what we all want to achieve as forex.
A superb 50-metre penalty from Wilkinson gave England the lead once more.
And it was really just slow motion. The ball went out to him and guys ran, but it was going to be inevitable.
I'll be back after that short clip, which is the more technically difficult kick. Well, it's the first one. When I played rugby, there would have been no way I could have hit a field goal like that. But I hit plenty of drop goals like the second one. Okay. However, let's look at those two kicks in the context of the match, which is the more difficult. I would say the second one. It's the England-Australia World Cup game. That first kick took place very early in the game. It's an important kick for sure. The second kick, though, takes place in the dying seconds of the game. Now, Johnny Wilkinson, if he can put that ball over the posts, then England win the World Cup. If he doesn't and England lose the match, he's forever going to be remembered as the guy that missed the kick that could have won England the World Cup. Now, he must have been under immense pressure because everyone knew the ball is going to Wilkinson. And the pressure was just unbearable watching it, let alone being Johnny Wilkinson having to wait for the ball. But like all great sportsmen, he probably wasn't bothered by the pressure. He's able to do something which is called entering the zone. Now, I've done other videos on the zone, but the zone is where you are just able to totally block out any other inputs. You are totally confident in what you're going to do, and you're totally confident in the outcome. Of course, he kicks the goal, England win the World Cup. Now, the zone, having that total confidence and being able to just be so mentally stable is what all forex traders want to achieve. But a word of warning, you just don't get it overnight, in my view. Lots of traders come in, they think they've done their training, they've got their strategy, they've done all the right education, and then that they're just going to be able to execute their strategy with no errors. I would say that most traders will make a few errors when they first come to trade, no matter how good their education or sound their strategy is, because you're dealing under pressure with money. And you get a lot of traders who will suddenly hesitate, for example, not be able to pull the trigger, even though they know it's a good signal. It's just the pressure of dealing with money. So I think when you come in and start to trade, be prepared to make a few mistakes, and don't worry about them too much. It's perfectly natural. I think it takes traders at least 6 months of real-time experience to actually really become totally confident in what they're doing and be able to have that emotional stability. And I think when you come in, just be a little bit patient and just be prepared to make a few mistakes. As long as you learn from them, that's okay. Now, in terms of this video, there are my top tips finished. But I just want to go back to what Sugar Ray Leonard said at the beginning. Your mind, your body, and your spirit must all connect to get the best results. Now, the key point of this video is that it's not all about the strategy. It's all about you and how you interact with your strategy. If you can get that mindset of the great sportsman, you've got a sound, simple strategy, you can achieve forex trading success. So hope you enjoyed the tips. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Have a good day.